Newcastle United have just announced their new ticketing system for the 23-24 season. It's a new digital system. Included in that, they've released the prices for season tickets next season. That includes for cup matches as well, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, and of course our 3 matches in the Champions League. And for those Champions League matches, the cost of a ticket is going to be £55, and that's quite a jump from a £30 ticket that you'll have to pay for the FA Cup. But what do Newcastle fans think about that? Do they think that's reasonable, or are they a bit upset? Well, I've done an online poll to find out. It's coming up. Welcome back, Eddie here from Tyneside Life. First of all, some really exciting news. I have just released my own clothing range. It's the Tyneside Life collection, and you can see them all now on my website at tynesidelife.com. I've got t-shirts and other clothing accessories specific to Newcastle United and Tyneside that I think you're going to love, and just in time for the summer as well. So head on the website, check it out, and get some t-shirts. Another piece of news, Newcastle and Gateshead FC announced that they're going to play each other in a pre-season friendly at the Gateshead International Stadium on Saturday the 15th of July at a 12:30 kick-off. And that's an opportunity for both sides to see their team that they're going to be nurturing for this upcoming season. It's going to be absolutely fantastic, and everybody who tried to get a ticket will know it was a right nightmare online. It was for me. I was hoofed off quite a few times. I ended up inadvertently buying 2 sets of 2 tickets, so I've got 2 tickets for the match. It's in the Newcastle end, the South Stand, which I'm giving away. If you're interested in getting those 2 tickets, all you have to do is make a donation by hitting the super thanks button below this video of $1.99 each. At the end of the month, I'm going to draw names out of the hat, and you will get your hands on 2 of those tickets. Anything above the £40, which is the face value that I paid for them, I will be making a donation to the Newcastle West End Food Bank. Back to the main crux of the video, and since the owners have appointed Darren Eales, the new Chief Executive Officer, and Peter Silverson, the Chief Commercial Officer, as part of the staff at Newcastle United, they have been doing everything they can to bring us into the 21st century. Amongst other things, they've announced the shirt sponsorship with Seller, the Saudi Arabian events firm, and they're going to be working in partnership with them to build a fan zone, hopefully coming soon. I did a video about that a week or so ago, and I have been contacted by somebody who is privy to information about the Seller fan zone area, and they've said I've hit the nail on the head. So check the video out. You won't see another video that's more accurate than the one I've done in relation to that fan zone. But also, amongst other things, the commercial team have been working on to introduce a new ticketing system that's going to be more efficient, probably safer and better all round for everybody. And that's going to be a digital system whereby it'll be a ticketing system on your phone that you're going to scan on the turnstiles when you go through the doors. And yesterday Newcastle United also announced the introduction of the new season ticket prices for 23-24. I was actually personally expecting a little bit more, but as an average spread about 3.3% I think, but my season ticket personally is an increase of 5%. I sit in the northwest corner. I'm in the tier kind of in the middle of the northwest corner where it was £600 last season. I'm now going to be paying £630. I think that's very, very reasonable. I was expecting probably closer to £700 with everything that's going on with the cost of living. So I'm quite pleased about that. I'm in seating category 3, seating category 2. That's for basically the Leazers and the Gallagher end. They're a little bit more expensive. And seating category 1, which is basically in essence the East Stand, they're the most expensive. So those are the standard seating areas. That doesn't include the prices for the premium seating area, which includes the Platinum Club and 1892 sections. They do say that if your stadium is full and there's still a demand of tickets, then you're not charging enough. So we'll have to thank the owners, I think, to keeping the increase at the percentage rate that they have between 3.3 and 5% or so, because that's way below the 10% inflation rate at the moment, and especially in light of the cost of living crisis. So thank you very much. I wasn't expecting that. Now, as part of the upcoming season, the owners at Newcastle United did confer with Newcastle supporters groups in the form of an online survey, and a workshop, and one of the things that come out of that was to have a ticketing system that incorporated some sort of cup match package for season ticket holders, which I think personally is a great idea. What's going to happen in this season coming forward is that you're going to indicate that you would like to have your ticket activated for cup matches, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup or the Champions League, and you'll give your card details, so when those dates and match fixtures have been released, then the money will come out of your bank automatically. I think that's a great idea. So Newcastle United have released the prices for the cup matches. I'm just going to talk about the standard ticketing prices, which is £20 for the Carabao Cup, £30 for the FA Cup and £55 for the Champions League. Now some of you might think, oh, that's a canny bit, but of course, like I said before, the club are looking to exploit ways to create more revenue for the club so they can put it back in the pot to buy players in the future. Those three matches, taking broad figures at £55 a ticket for 52,000 fans, plus crisps and pop thrown in on top of that, you're talking about £10 million just for three matches that Newcastle will be making, probably a little bit more, so that's a lot of money. Personally, I think £55 is reasonable. I think that's lower than what Man City, Arsenal and Man United are going to be charging their fans, but we are going to see some of the world's best players. Certainly some of the European best players will end up with PSG or Barcelona or Real Madrid, could be anybody. I heard a lot of fans were complaining. I didn't know if that was true or not, so I decided to do an online poll on my YouTube channel. Quite a lot of you have responded to that. Now it's a straw poll, it's not to be taken as factual, it's an indicator, but these polls tend to be roundabout what the general fan base probably think. And when I'm recording this video now, it's been going for 3 or 4 hours, about 85% of you think that £55 per ticket for the Champions League is reasonable. About 15% of you don't think it's reasonable. So I think it's fair to say you would agree that the majority of Newcastle fans haven't batted an eyelid really. They think it's reasonable under the circumstances, based on the context of the competition, the sort of players and the occasion that we're going to be experiencing. But you know what, the 15% who aren't happy or don't think it's reasonable, that's absolutely fine. Everybody has a right to their own opinion. Nobody has a right to criticise those fans. £55 is a lot of money for a lot of people, so there's no need to criticise those fans. They're entitled to the opinion, just like we don't need to criticise anybody who thinks £70 is a lot to pay for a shirt with crap stitching on the badge. It's okay, everybody's got different opinions. There it is in black and white. Broadly speaking, the Newcastle fan base aren't perturbed by the £55 price tag on the Champions League matches. Neither am I. I will be ticking that box to say yes, I'd like to be automatically included for those matches when the fixtures are released, and I cannot wait. But anyway, let me know what you think about any of the things I've discussed in this video. Don't forget, if you want to have your name in the hat for those two Gateshead against Newcastle matches, just donate $1.99 total below by hitting that super thanks button underneath this video. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Catch you later.